とっくに準備はできてる。うん、当然の勝利ね。
Changing mag. Cover me.
Hard point.
行こう、謎に満ちた未来へ。
Hard point identified.
私頑張るよ。
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Changing mag.
Hostiles have captured the
私
hard
頑張
point.
るよ。
Tango down.
Hard point is ours.
Enemy in
私
sight.
頑張るよ。
Target down.
うん、当然の勝利ね。
Hostiles have the hard point.
Targets in sight. Enemy in sight.
私頑張るよ
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested.
私頑張るよ
Hardpoint locked down. We've taken the lead. Hardpoint contested. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Tango down.
Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
私頑張る
Targets
よ
in sight.
Heads up, team. Enemy UAV
Enemy.
spotted. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective.
私頑張るよ
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
私頑張るよ
Tango down. Tango down.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Targets in.
私頑張るよ
Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Enemy shock RC is coming. Is ours.
私頑張るよ
Hardpoint contested.
私頑張るよ
Hardpoint identified.
私頑張るよ
Capture
うんと
UAV online. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint is ours.
私頑張るよ
Enemy down. Changing mag. Cover me.
Hardpoint contested.
Let's go this way.
Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Friendly stealth chopper inbound. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Hardpoint 私頑張るよ 私頑張るよ
Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint
私
locked
頑張
down.
るよ 私頑張るよ 私頑張るよ 私頑張るよ
Keep on
Enemy
them.
down.
We're winning this one.
Smoke.
私頑張るよ
Capture the objective. Capture the objective. Capture the objective. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Enemy sentry gun has been
Enemy in
destroyed.
sight.
私頑張るよ
Friendly predator
私
missile
頑張るよ
Target down. Changing mag.
Hardpoint is ours.
Enemy cover.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Rapaziada, iniciou a live, hein?
To see in terms of that kind of more main style AR, is it going to provide, you know, an AR title this year? And I will say, watching some of the players
Vou
that
deixar
are
aí,
in CL
rapaziada.
and those long-standing content creators,
Vou deixar nessa tela para não ter questão de direitos autorais, entendeu, rapaziada? E vamos acompanhar aí, mano. Tem a contagem ali, ó, da paradinha ali, ó, da live. Pra poder resgatar as skins, entendeu, rapaziada? Só não posso deixar em tela cheia porque senão dá direito autoral, entendeu, rapaziada?
Exactly the case. EWC champion in Warzone. But as you see it, again, you saw him bouncing from wall to wall to wall. You're going to need to get yourself a level up on the opponents that you're going to be facing in the beta. So go ahead and head over to Scuff, gear up for Call of Duty, the official controller for Call of Duty. Get those back buttons going. Make sure you can bounce freely, get those stead slides out of the way, and make sure that you're moving like the best of them.
Moving like the best of us. Oh, the best. You don't want to die like the rest. Aiden utilizing that wall jump feature. Oh gosh, bounce. And even utilize that to even kind of like jump pink over situations. But look at how quick Aiden is moving. And in typical COD fashion, we love to see maps like this kind of catering to pub and comp players, right? Yeah. You're going to see a blend of everything.
And we're going to talk a lot about the map design and hear specifically from the designers themselves later in the show. But I think one of the things that old school Call of Duty players are going to recognize nearly immediately is the reinstitution of a lot more of that traditional kind of three-lane style map. This one in particular is exactly that. It feels, you know, in a way that you can get from lane to lane very quickly. It's got a nice central area, a couple of decent POIs where you find a lot of the engagements that you're going to get. And like you mentioned, it's not small, it's not large, it's just that perfect little middle ground of building in that balance of finding good engagements while at the same time still being able to feel like you can finesse your life and extend possible score streaks like we're seeing here for Anna.
In Call of Duty history, the maps is the most important thing, and I think for these players, they're looking at that. Like, do we see three lanes? Like, you know, do we see kind of like height advantages, disadvantages, and, well, even just to kind of the central drill area, there's a lot of fights that do take place that are close range in here. And, yeah, something like the Peacekeeper, having that weapon that you can take medium to long range fights, but also close range. Peacekeeper's a good one, and the Dravik has been a sub that we've been seeing quite often. FIFA just dropped.
This is quite the lobby right here. Legion, Swag on the other side, getting FIFA down, but you know that FIFA is going to bring some energy, and yeah, he's trying to bounce from wall to wall. And that's the other thing, and you'll notice as we start to see the gameplay more, I really want you guys at home to lock into it. 3 jumps is about as much as you're going to be able to pull off, but it does decay over time. That first jump feels like you're on a pogo stick. The second one feels like you're just on a little bit of a grab boot type situation, but the third one does kind of sit, you know, in this world of, okay, you kind of fall out of the sky. But that's map number 1 for the most part. Stephanie going to kind of finish off on her lobby here. And I will say, I think as you've seen so far, our show is really dynamic. And this year, it takes place in quite the exciting venue. And to tell us more, we've got Lottie down on the floor.
That's right, Shift. We have 250 creators joining us live in Las Vegas in this massive projection-based room. Now, of course, they're going to be streaming their individual POVs on Black Ops 7, so you can go to their streams, catch their POVs, see what they're up to on the game. But now, we had so many epic creators that we wanted to bring to Las Vegas, we needed a second projection-based room. And I have my very good friend, Chris Puckett, over there right now. What's it like on your end of the pond?
Lottie, this is an international fiesta in this room. Let me tell you, The LATAM crew, they are sniping heads. I got Portuguese being yelled at here by 9X. The Brazilians are going crazy. But I gotta say, this venue, this thing is nuts. After the show, we're gonna be renting this out for the Code Bowl because everyone knows the Call of Duty Endowment Bowl number 6 presented by USAA is airing right after this show.
You know what, Chris, I love Code Bowl, and I've got to say, you guys at home, you're lucky because you get to watch the US, UK, and Canadian military esports teams duke it out with your favorite creators dropping into Verdansk, and of course, to get their hands on that coveted Code Bowl trophy. And of course, they're giving away Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta codes and Black Ops 6 in-game rewards, revealing the Endowment's new pack in Black Ops 7, all while helping veterans find high-quality jobs. Now, I have to ask you, Puckett, and put you on the spot. What team are you rooting for this year?
I mean, it's Black Ops 7. We're in the future. It's a no-brainer. I'm going Space Force. They already launched one trophy into the atmosphere. Let's get another one. Let's get 2 satellites up there. What do we think?
All right. I'm liking what I'm hearing here, Puckett. We'll have to see. Cross your fingers for the space team. But we're going to head back into some more Black Ops 7 action. Enjoy, folks.
Waddy Chris, thank you so much as we jump back into Blackheart and back on board with T-Dog. He's feeling himself. I talked to him a little bit yesterday after they did their tech chest, and he's just like, brother, I don't know what it is about this game, but I feel like I'm him.
Yeah, like it's so smooth, right? And I mean, you can see him displaying that. But one thing that I think we really need to highlight is the overclock feature, right? We get this extra overclock feature, which basically allows you to upgrade your equipment. So like you have a stim shot, right? You can overclock that and essentially make it last longer or debuff you know, anything that comes your way. So it's pretty cool that we have that feature in buffed equipment.
We'll point you know, your attention to it as we go because yeah, the field upgrade is really interesting this year. We're bringing back things like active camo. Of course, trophy systems are still in place, which I know a lot of players that are looking to play more of that competitive style are going to really enjoy the fact that the overclock gives you more deletion of incoming utility. That's great news, but we'll see some camo play, I'm sure, come through. You also have things like drone towers that are going to be placed. It's just a lot of extra flair that I think that is building upon, again, some of the core successes that we saw for Black Ops 6. And how about this? One of the score streaks, the Gravekeeper in play, or Gravemaker, pardon you. You can see through walls with this thing and actually still shoot through them. So cold-blooded might be important for some of our perk masteries this year.
Oh yeah, the perk masteries and all the combinations that you can utilize, but that is so amazing to see that in action for the first time, really, here at Call of Duty Next. Big Cartier kind of just...
É isso aí, rapaziada. Tem que pegar e ficar assistindo aí, entendeu, mano? Tá vendo aquele reloginho ali do lado ali, né? Pra poder resgatar as skinzinhas, entendeu, rapaziada? Só clicar ali no cantinho direito ali, tem um playzinho. Aí você entra pela live pelo jogo, tá ligado? Aí você resgata as skins.
Let's stick here, Ops team, because we're seeing some gameplay right now. And I'll tell you, we're going to see some pop-off moments with the movement and almost a moment right there. Again, just a little jump, and then you find yourself near a wall. You can essentially boost yourself a little bit higher. Really awesome to see that level of elevation.
Traduzir, infelizmente, eu não manjo não, rapaziada. Eu só assisto o jogo mesmo, tá ligado? Agora a tradução é só no FPS.
Indeed the case, so that completes our first instance of Blackheart. Up next, a deep dive on all things new Black Ops 7 map regarding. But we'll be right back. More Call of Duty coming up after the break.
AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Visit xfinity.com/rewards to claim your code today. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today. Welcome back. We are very excited to talk more Black Ops 7 multiplayer. We are joined by more of the Treyarch team. Miles Leslie, Associate Creative Director, and Brittany Perello, Senior Producer. Guys, welcome to the Omni Room.
We made it. Let's go.
Now, we just had our very first look at one of our multiplayer maps in action. That was Blackheart. But Brittany, that's just a taste. So what can we expect on launch maps?
Yeah, we've got maps. We've got 18 maps at launch. 16 are 6v6 maps. Out of that, 13 are brand new, and we've got 3 Black Ops 2 returning favorites. We've also got 2 skirmish maps for our 20v20 mode that take place in Avalon. Nice. It's really in a variety of sizes, leaning more medium, but we'll have some of those fast, frenetic drops in there too.
Awesome. What a map portfolio for launch. Now let's take a closer look at these launch maps.
Yeah, we got Colossus here. So this is a BO2 callback. It's falling into the ocean. This map is super fun, looks amazing. Next is Den, Japanese castle that's been taken over by 2035 technology. Also a lot of fun with some wall jumps on the roofs there on the side.
And of course we've got Express, one of our favorites.
Yeah.
Watch out for that train. We're now in Japan, so it's looking really cool. Hijacked, another one now set in the Tokyo Bay.
So cool.
Fast, frenetic, classic.
And Homestead is David Mason's childhood home, which is awesome. We could bring it back really cool way. Really fun map under the Aurora Borealis in Alaska. It looks amazing. It's got some technology there that's kind of smashing into it, really fun. Paranoia, this map's amazing. You talk about Black Ops, we're leaning into the mind bending. We're in David Mason's mind, and you need to escape the nightmare here, which is a lot of fun. Looks great, plays super frenetic and fun.
And we got Raid. It's beautiful now.
Yes, we do.
In the Tokyo Hills, our iconic competitive favorite map is back.
So excited.
This one's a lot of fun retrieval. You're in the Alaskan wilderness, and actually if you run through the snow, you leave behind footprints. So it's pretty cool to try to track some players through that.
That's right, and Scar's next, and this is another Alaskan town, but we've kind of smashed it where this town's been taken over by technology. Collateral damage. Flagship is an awesome, another callback. USS Obama from BO2 now being decommissioned. Fight through it, sparks are falling on you, robots around you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of variety too, but with beta this week, you know, we need to take a look at what we're playing. We need the tips from you guys, so let's take a look at the maps coming to beta.
Yeah, we've got 6 multiplayer maps available in the beta, all that you're going to be seeing today, watching the best of the best play.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The first up is Cortex, so human testing site. People in tubes are going to fight around, use it as cover. Very frenetic, very fun. Lots of cool overwatches, my side versus your side gameplay there. Blackheart, which you've seen, of course, this Avalon offshore oil rig. Ties to the campaign. It's got a rotating center and some really unique wall jump opportunities.
Careful with the wall jump.
We've got the Forge here. R&D facility, cutting edge technology on display, and you've got some cool dynamic cover in the middle here. Exposure set in Australia. We've got some really vibrant colors, some cool wall jump opportunities up in that rotating container. You get some cool power positions right in the middle there.
Imprint is a 3D printing facility that's actually making technology of war. You get to step through the whole process as you're doing it, and it's got a moving platform in the center of the map.
And you've got Toshin. It's gorgeous, vibrant colors here right in urban Tokyo, and you got that crash site in the center, some really cool jumping in the center, and really awesome landmarks.
Really awesome landmarks. Everything looks fantastic. The color palettes, everything.
Got all the landmarks.
We've got all the landmarks, and I've played a few, and they are very, very fun indeed. Beautiful stuff. Let's talk about how they play, though. I mean, how did you guys come to the approach for designing these maps?
Yeah, so we've got our classic 3-lane design style for Treyarch, clear definition, good path clarity, and really controlling those lines of sight. You can also see all of those spaces crafted for wall jump. You can get to traverse places faster without mantling, getting some really cool power positions, and there's a few must jumps that we use sparingly, but...
A must jump, you say?
A must jump. But we really wanted to make it look like anything that feels like you can jump on it, you can, so have some fun.
Totally intuitive.
Yeah, and I've worked on every single Black Ops, and when you talk about the classic feel, like Brittany talked about, these maps have it across the board. Of course, they're bringing something new with Black Ops 7, but for me, an old-timer, there's a lot to love there. And they stand right next to the classic maps as well. So Raid, forget Raid. You got some new maps now. No, I'm just kidding. We love Raid, we love Raid. But we got some new ones now.
I also know, you said it before, but the landmarks, like, I know Brittany is a shot caller, so I know those call-outs are going to be on point in these maps. But Miles, visually, we have a ton of variety in terms of settings, in terms of looks. You know, how did you guys think about that?
Yeah, for us at the portfolio level, we wanted to make sure we had that variety. That's what Black Ops is. You're globe-trotting, you're going everywhere. We're in Avalon, we're in Alaska, we're going to Japan, deep into it. We're going into the mind. Only the things Black Ops could do, we're delivering that. Lots of unique gameplay, as you saw, lots of unique visuals, and all the landmarks.
And we got more gameplay to get to. Casters, over to you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Appreciate it. Shift back with Dream Crazy again. And as you see behind us, everyone's locked in. We couldn't even bother to try to talk to anybody. They're all locked into their streams, ready to go. And we're going to take a look at our second map here coming up, the Forge. As you heard, we're interested in design base, but the real interesting thing about it is that dynamic center. The walls rotating around and pivoting these up into the Forge.
The Forge, and also too, 2 wings connected by covered hallways. It's just a lot of variety built on the harbor in Japan, and you'd love to see a bright and colorful map hold shift, but those walls, again, for every single map, it's not too much, right, but just a little, like, center point where it just can change the, you know, situation.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Well, we'll take a look at it. This is another one of those maps, and Brittany had talked about this. Taking the ability of wall jumping to stop yourself from mantling and getting to those higher grounds faster. I will say this is one of the maps that I got a chance to play yesterday, and I did feel the benefit of bouncing off of things to avoid that mantling mechanic and that animation to try to get you into the fight a little bit faster. That mixed with dexterity, your ability to try to zero in and center up a little bit faster too, really does make that elevation and that high ground battle a little bit more, I would say, feasible for those that find themselves on the low ground battling against it.
I love that you say that, because it really just tests the player to, like, you know, kind of, you know, do you want to cover, you know, cover versus mobility type of mindset, right?
Yeah.
Moving around this map, though, you know, you can see here Rose just utilizing, again, that M8A1. And for AR players, for these height advantages, for those power positions, it's really useful to climb up in those high ground, you know, and take the high ground and slap it down on the map.
I think the other thing that's really interesting, and I did see kind of looking over the shoulder TP yesterday when he was doing his test, you see a couple of spots where you have like this natural built-in heady, as we call it, where you get like that competitive edge where you're just barely over a piece of that center kind of obstacle terrain. But your ability to bounce kind of eliminates the power position of the low ground, kind of medium ground headies, because you can just bounce up over, get a better look at the player behind that cover, and actually take an advantageous gunfight. So it's, again, it's really interesting to see some of our more experienced players try to utilize that mechanic to make fights that feel, you know, inadvantageous a little bit more neutral.
Love that. Love that. Samir too, utilizing the Scout Pulse. Scout Pulse got a little information there, but hey, shout out to Elgato, Share the Wins, the official creator gear for Call of Duty Next. Thank you so much for supplying us with all of your gear.
And this is one map I will say you kind of see a couple of players will, you know, re-identify the usage of doors, which is something that the devs have really kind of put a lot of focus into, the more automatic style. Something we saw a lot of more in like Black Ops 4, things of that nature, where you don't just get those single doors that you have to pop and burst open. Now you've got these more automatic style doors that you can shoot, create a longer line of sight than you may normally expect by looking at the different central point of interests. And that's another one of those things that, again, you continue to build on what's been there and where the game continues to mold and morph as we move forward.
The doors, that was quite, you know, annoying bashing through it. So yes, it automatically kind of opening up for you as you walk upon them. But here on the Forge, here going up top, you see Samir kind of controlling this lobby observation area, but being very comfortable, full streak out, and also just kind of flying around the map with these specialists. You'd love to see him. He's utilizing the Enforcer specialist, just allowing extra health regen and also movement speed.
Another thing that, you know, kind of I want to just turn your attention to as an audience member, those that are, you know, more familiar and kind of got Omni movement underneath their belt a little bit faster, you'll notice that there is a bit of that buttery slide movement that I was about to say. Like, we're used to seeing it from just a static jump into slide. You can get that same momentum little boost off of a wall jump. So, you know, that's another opportunity to kind of build on the movement that's already existed. And if you're looking to dominate every game, make sure you check out Origin, the official gaming PC and gaming laptop for Call of Duty. Whether you're at home or on the road, check out Origin to keep yourself In there, gaming, grinding, gunning.
You know, he's not even using his streaks. He just wants to, at this point, maybe get a nuke. Dave Samir, you know, he's a competitor, plays in World Series of Warzone. And look at him now, just continuing on, going. And you can see, too, every kill he gets on the right-hand side, quick regen, tech, sprint speed, movement speed. Getting those indicators, letting him know he still has his perks.
Yeah, it's just another one of those things, too, that the indication of, like, the UI, it continues to grow. I noticed this yesterday. You know, you start to see, like, the who is targeting you, who did damage to you. A little bit of a boost now because you also see what you've been affected by, whether it's a UAV or a recon pulse. It's just really cool. There's no shortage of information on the game. So whether you're somebody who is experienced at Call of Duty or looking to jump back into it or play it for the first time, you're never really amiss from knowing what's happening on the map. Almost a turn on for Samir, which would have gotten SMG players across the world giddy, but not quite there. And he'll jump back over to the M8, try to get that burst weapon online.
That's where maybe how do you take him down, someone who has Enforcer? Maybe that, and I love that you mentioned that Call of Duty is so good for like countering, streaks, perks, countering equipment, and we love to see that. So maybe utilizing, if you're the enemy team, right, like maybe recon, right? You can see when you spawn up, you can see, the direction of where players are coming from.
Yep.
Utilizing other perks, classes to counter a player like this that it's just literally flying around the map.
Well, we got a little bit of a comeback effort here from Amir's team. Up and over, another look at how you can utilize the movement to break cameras and give yourself an advantage in a gunfight you might not expect. And Amir's happy to exclaim about that feeling. Difficult battle again in that modular middle center. As we take a look at Drop, another partner of Call of Duty Next. Customize your typing, the official keycaps for Call of Duty. If you're looking to customize your keyboard, look no further than Drop.
All right, affected by tracker, ADS auto ping. So you can kind of see again a little bit more of that recon being able to stop Samir here. But of course, domination, a typical mode that we've seen in Call of Duty for so long, getting displayed here on the Forge. As this is a really fun map. Just again, kind of utilizing rotating cover, wing-to-wing transitions is what we see Samir doing. A lot of that cover versus mobility.
Yeah.
He's really utilizing mobility.
100%. Yeah, this is an interesting map, I think, again, just to kind of highlight and showcase.
Whoa,
what's happening over here? Whoa, we can't, no.
Hey.
Whoa.
This is not tactical play here.
No, okay, there it is. We'll finish off on the body shield, still a part of Call of Duty. I know that was one of those things that we saw a lot of comedy in as it was incepted the last couple of years, and Amir is happy to say, shut your mouth, I'm at the top of the leaderboard. The game's looking incredible. Players are loving it, but let's take a look to see exactly how much the players are liking as we throw things down to Lottie from a From the Seat player check-in brought to you by Herman Miller.
Thank you so much, Shift. Hello, Zin. I know I'm totally interfering with your gameplay here on Black Ops 7. I have to ask you, though, early days, all right, coming into COD Next, I have to ask, what is your favorite map so far?
Favorite map? Probably Toshin. I like the Japanese vibe. I haven't been to Japan yet, so it's the closest thing I got. And so far, it's very, very vibrant. All the maps are very vibrant, which I think is very good. They're a ton of fun. But Toshin, I think, is my favorite right now.
All right, love to hear that. Now, we have a room filled with epic creators, of course, one being yourself. But if you had to 1v1 everyone in this room, are you coming out on top?
Who would I play, or?
Would you come out on top if you 1v1 everyone in this room?
Yeah, it's a guarantee. Hex might be difficult, Duke Dennis might be difficult, but everyone else I think I can handle.
All right, and who would your hardest competition be in this room?
Hardest competition in this room? Probably Hitch. Right.
Really? He's got the gunny like that?
Right, Hitch.
That's not a friendship thing.
Sorry?
That's not a friendship thing, huh?
No, not at all.
Okay, not at all. And how?
Really good.
He's just really good. I'd love to hear that. How are you finding Black Ops 7 so far? Are you loving it?
Yeah, I am loving it. I'm not sure what we're allowed to say, but they showed us a lot of cool stuff that I think everyone should be really excited for. Like for me, maps is the most important, and so far I'm loving what I'm seeing. The M8's a ton of fun to use, right? Very nostalgic, and I feel like it's actually very well balanced. SMGs are fun. I love the wall bounce too. It adds for some, playing against shots.
Rapaziada, chegando no canal, sejam bem-vindos. Boa tarde,
Zin,
pode
thank you
nessa.
so much. You're such a good sport. Back to the game, back to the lab. Thank you very much, Zin. That has been your From the Seat player check-in brought to you by Herman Miller.
Lottie, thanks so much. Zinni doing maybe a little bit of, well, a little green wall service right there. But it does look like they're enjoying the game. And I will say, again, talking to players of all sorts and kinds, they are really, really loving it. And by the way, every single player here at Conecte-se are currently sitting, or should I say lounging, in Herman Miller chairs. Herman Miller is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty Next. And Ellen, you got more about the sweepstakes.
I mean, yes, you at home can enter for a chance to win custom Herman Miller chairs by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and using the hashtags on your screen. Go get yourself into one of them. They are comfortable, but we're going to go to a short break. But when we return, more Black Ops 7 action.
Change your game. Scuff Gaming, the official controller partner.
Rapaziada, eu vou dar um pause rapidão na live. Eu vou instalar um app aqui para ver se eu consigo melhorar o áudio da gravação do o Codemobile tá deixando muito baixa a live, tá ligado? Por estar assistindo pelo Codemobile, tá ligado? Ver se eu consigo fazer isso aí rapidão, mano.
Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty.
Where we keep coming back to with Black Ops 7.
Variety is a big focus for us, and the 2035 setting has really helped us kind of push the gameplay in a lot of creative and unique ways. And obviously the weapons look amazing as well. You know, the aesthetic is really this cool marriage of sleek and tech. You know, the way we balance weapons, we've been able to kind of push the characteristics of each weapon to further extremes and still find creative ways to balance that, keep them in check.
Can we talk about Gunsmith? Are there any big changes there?
We've seen a lot of feedback from players that they want more build variety, and we're targeting that in a few different ways. At the core, though, we're making sure that you can modify some of the key stats that people really care about across multiple attachment slots. Or if you are more interested in just a good balanced build, there's going to be different ways of achieving that.
That's the game now. What can we expect post-launch?
We want to keep this momentum going into post-launch. So on the weapons front, more iconic, classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning, but a lot of attention into bringing more brand new weapons to the franchise as well. On the attachment side, we're really excited for the return of attachment rewards and weekly challenges. And most of those are going to be for a specific weapon. They're gonna totally change the way you play with that weapon, sometimes in absolutely wild ways that no one I think will expect. But then we're also making sure to bring global attachments each season that are gonna be able to go on most, if not all, weapons in the game.
Pablo, there seems to be a lot to get through once we got our hands on BO7. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, yeah. Let's dive in.
Can't wait, but for now, it's back to Next.
Thank you, Miles. That was Pablo Ortiz talking weapons. As we just saw, there are so many ways to customize your playstyle in Black Ops 7. We're back with Matt and Yale, but guys, hold on. We've talked weapons, but let's take a look for ourselves.
Pablo already walked us through some of these weapons, but Yale, we're in the armory now. What are you most looking forward to playing with in the beta?
There's so many great guns, but for me, probably the Dravik 45.
That's mine. That's my pick.
We had a bunch of pros out, and they all played, and they definitely gravitated towards that one.
Yeah.
And it kind of validated one of my favorite weapons. The M10 Breacher is awesome if you're rolling shotguns. Also just the weapon prestige system, all the attachment stuff that we're doing, prestige attachments. There's just so many ways to customize. It's great.
Yeah, and speaking of what's coming to beta, Matt, let's talk about Overclock. This is a massive innovation coming to multiplayer in Black Ops 7. How's it all going to work?
So Overclocks we're very excited about, and it really all came back to how do we let players tailor towards their playstyle a bit more, give them more agency. So with Overclocks, every piece of content throughout lethals, tacticals, field upgrades, and score streaks, you will eventually unlock 2 overclocks. Those are modifications to those things, which you can then apply one of those overclocks of your choosing. It adds a ton of depth to your loadout, and that's what we're really trying to do in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses, getting those bonuses.
Bonuses, yeah, stat bonuses, functionality changes, some really fun stuff there.
Some of them are crazy and awesome, and I cannot wait to use them.
I can't wait either. Yale, have you got any favorites?
Probably point turret. The fact that you can stick it on walls with one of the overclocks, it just makes it slightly more tactical to use. And then the Rhino's awesome. Like, it is a beast and
even the
super
stimmy.
powerful.
Yeah, like even things, you know, maybe undersung, you get to that extra
Just little ways to
extra
tweak
buff.
it. It's just nice that it's everywhere. Experience really matters, and you unlock.
It feels like every single thing I'm playing with in this game has almost got its own progression system. It's so impressive, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play with camo, with smoke grenades. They've got different versions now, and of course, all the streaks. It's so fun.
Matt, do you have a favorite overclock?
I don't have a single favorite. Yale just mentioned the stem. You mentioned the stem. It is fun because you get to go back to kind of some familiar stuff. If I had to pick one, it's got to be the dog.
Of course.
And when he's on my team, he is a very good boy.
If he's not on your team,
he's a bad boy.
he's actually
What?
I have a little
Where's he
bid of
going?
a surprise for you.
Matt, you never said you were on
because
streaks.
we have a visitor.
Spawns flipped, and he's back.
Fortunately, he's on our team, so he's being a very good boy right now.
Which overclock does he? Oh, okay. He's got he's got the sentry mode overclock, so he's gonna hunker down a little bit.
And we did confirm.
Yep. You can't
to
pet the dog.
reenact the MP trailer.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you. To be able to pet the dog, you have to have the sentry mode overclock.
Oh, bonus,
So,
bonus.
You've unlocked that one, and you've applied it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Boy, what is it? Are they capturing B?
Down by the railroad tracks?
They're capturing B down by the railroad.
Go get him!
Go get him, boy!
Go get him! Go get him!
Go get him, boy! Go keep my spree going.
Oh my gosh,
we love
he's
him.
been
We
the
love him.
star of the
We love
show at Next, but I will say he runs quickly, and so
He does,
be
yeah.
prepared for that
And
if you have one coming after you.
DAWG.
Yes.
Just
Dog.
Don't get it wrong.
Dog.
Yeah,
It's a dog. It's a
Something
mean
we're
dog.
also really excited about is the Specialist wild card.
That's
Now,
right.
this is not going to be in beta, but it is in at launch. Tell us about it.
So it's the first time a Black Ops game has ever had Specialist. It is a wild card because it is a Black Ops game. We love our wild cards.
Yeah, we do.
So if you give up your score streaks, which some of us, you know, I know we've talked, Stephanie, you have some difficulties attaining score streaks sometimes. You said it. Your words, not mine. But
There's
if you are one
perks
of
for
those,
that, okay?
Yeah, there are perks for that. So if you take the wild card, you will be able to pick 3 additional perks. So for a total of 6, you earn those 3 additional ones at 200, 400, and 600 score. And then if you are good enough, which we all are, at 1200
Yeah, thanks
score,
for that, yeah.
yep, at 1200 score, you will earn all of the perks in the game. Except for Tac Sprint, we got some feedback. We've heard a lot of feedback already. We're quick to adjust, so you will earn every perk in the game minus Tac Sprint if
That's
you get
out.
yeah.
Awesome.
At 1200 score.
Damn. Real super soldier vibes.
Gonna be very fun.
I can't wait, cannot wait. Well, also last week I got to stop by Treyarch and get all the intel on some of the innovations coming to player customization. Let's take a look. I'm here with Alvin, lead game designer at Treyarch here on Black Ops 7. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to get my hands on the game. I'm very excited to see how I can customize my playstyle, which feels like more than ever in Black Ops 7. But the number one change I'm most interested in is the overclock system. Can you explain the philosophy behind that?
It's all about adding more interesting choices and meaningful choices that adjust gameplay. So overclocks are upgrades that you can unlock over time as you use a piece of equipment or a field upgrade or a score streak. Eventually you'll unlock 2 and then you can choose one of them to equip. So it gives you options, maybe based on a mode you want to use this, but based on different mode you want to use that. One of my favorite examples is the new dog score streak has an overclock that adds a sentry feature, which turns it into this really powerful turret.
Another change that's been made. So Black Ops 6, we had the combat specialties, which was equipping 3 perks of the same type gives me a bonus, which was great. I had a lot of fun. How is that changing in Black Ops 7?
We really wanted to expand on that system in Black Ops 7. You know, players seemed to like the system, but maybe felt it was a little bit too limiting. And so with hybrid combat specialties in Black Ops 7, you can experiment with playstyles, and you can mix and match. So as an example, say you like offensive and stealth perks. Now you can equip any mixture of those. Boom, you're gonna get a cool new hybrid bonus tied to those things.
Staying on perks, there is a big addition to the game for the first time in Black Ops history, the Specialist Wildcard. What is the Specialist Wildcard?
We were just talking about perks. We got a lot of cool new perks. Why not let players play with all of them? And what this lets you do is earn extra perks instead of your score streak. So you equip this to your loadout, you add more perks, and then you earn those on score. And then eventually, if you earn enough score, you can get all the perks.
Thank you so much. There is so many choices to be made now as a player. My playstyle, truly, I'm going to go deep in that beta. I cannot wait, mate.
Really exciting. See you in the beta.
Thanks, Alvin. Back to the guys at Next. Shift back with Dream Crazy. So awesome to hear what's new for loadouts, whether you're looking at it from a level of perks, weapons, specialists, utility. Everyone feels like there's a level of customizing it to your play style.
Yeah, there's so much to look at, Shift. I just can't wait to get my hands on it, but just kind of just having that ability to use the overclock feature to extend the life of some of the streaks, and of course, looking at all of this on these beautiful maps in this interactive space here, coming up on Hardpoint on Toshin. Method said it was his favorite map, Shift, so let's see if he's gonna pop up on this one, but those ARs, they've been pretty dominant here today.
I know all you Ranked Warriors CDL fans just inched a little bit further forward in your seat to see how exactly Hardpoint will play. And we're taking a look at least at Arctic Gamer for right now, and their team is dominating, so he's just going to hang out, try to get some of the sniper gameplay going through here. So with this, I will say, I played Toshin yesterday on this mode particularly, and just, you know, I got to get into my little CDL roots right here. I think this map is going to be viable. It feels super awesome. The points are dynamic. They feel like they're really balanced in terms of location, position, how you spawn around them, how spawns move. Everything feels really, really solid. I'm glad we're getting our first taste of Hardpoint on this map.
And on Toshin too, we saw a little bit of VS Recon there, a little sniper play coming into action, which is a very, very, you know, feasible weapon here. But around the alleyway, Aiden does get sniped by one. And well, I love this map on Toshin. There's a lot of mixed spacing that we see here too.
Yeah, and I think it's just, again, how you utilize some of these high ground positions, watching over hardpoints. This is P1 right here. You do have those windows that are on the other side. It feels like a power position, but the thing about it is you can bounce off that destroyed train, still get a look into that location, and try to at least battle up against it. So it doesn't feel as dominant as other high ground positions had in the past. I think there's also just a really good balance and design of talking high ground to high ground. It just, everything feels very level and neutral when it comes down to how power positions would normally feel versus what we're getting in this game, thanks to how the Omni movement can be combined with the wall jumping.
Yes, in the park and like market areas, you see those windows which do promote a lot of you know, upper level fights, and then, you know, lower level, you can have submachine guns go at it on the ground level. So those ARs, as you'd mentioned, getting set up into those
as you're seeing. In terms of a possible comeback, this is looking pretty decent, going from 1 to 2 pretty smoothly, and having an idea of where the spawns are going to be. Aiden's just locking down the OBJ.
Well, Herman Miller Gaming is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty. Next, shout out to Herman Miller for
É, rapaziada, não sei o que aconteceu aqui agora, não quero mais dar vídeo aqui, mano. Tomar no banho. Vamos uma partida aqui pra ver se tá lixeira.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested.
Targets in sight.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint locked down.
Enemy in sight.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint lost. You've taken a lead. Hardpoint contested.
Get down, sniper.
Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
Troca de arma. Essa granada maldita. Só ver se o jet is not show me from India. And help. Precisa de ajuda? Ajuda do que, mano? Help.
Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective.
Mentira, mano. O cara não morre. Atirei no cara, o cara não morreu, mano.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Tem de hack nessa merda aqui, né? Não fica bem.
Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint lost. Be advised, hostile predator missile inbound. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Has been destroyed. We lost the lead. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested.
Enemy.
Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Hostile hardpoint.
Enemy contact. Target down.
Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint lost.
Caralho, bem na hora que eu ia tirar um negócio. Foi ele tomar uma ducha, rapaziada. Na hora que eu voltei, a tela tava apagada, mano. Com raiva, mano. Mano, se eu não conseguir resgatar o Ghost ainda, eu não vou jogar mais essa lixeira não, bicho. Você é louco. Tá ligado? Aquele negócio, mano. Ô, eu tô desde cedo aí esperando aí pra esse negócio aí, mano, tá ligado? Aí dá erro lá. Ah, mano, não deu tempo de trocar. Vamos ver, mano. Por enquanto não caiu nada lá. Eu tinha resgatado pelo menos na caixa lá, né, mano? Tá ligado? Não resgatar nada, eu vou dar prioridade no GTA V mesmo, mano. Eu quase apaguei ele pra falar a real, mano, tá ligado? Esses dias aí, mano. Você fica fazendo peso, mano. Fica forçando o telefone, a memória, a CPU do celular, né? Caiu, não apaguei por causa do canal, né, mano? Tá ligado? Tem uma rapaziada que curte. Mas por mim, esse jogo aqui já era faz tempo já, mano. Tá ligado? O negócio do trampo lá talvez dê certo, rapaziada. Vou trazer pro canal que BF6, tá ligado? A Activision teve o tempo dela de valorizar em uns pequenos criadores, né, mano? Quem não valoriza ganha concorrência, né, mano? Tá ligado? Se foda, vou lá pro concorrente mesmo. Foda-se. Tá ligado? Tá vindo o GTA 6 aí também, né, rapaziada? Aí eu vou investir nessas paradas aí, rapaziada. Pode mobile que vai pra cá do caralho, bicho. Não deu não. É foda, né, rapaziada? Não era nem pra eu estar jogando, era pra eu estar assistindo aquela merda lá, mas não sei o que aconteceu lá. Apertei no recarregar ali, aí ficou tela cinza, mano, tá ligado? Ah, desanima, mano. Na moral mesmo, mano, tá ligado? Compensa fazer os videozinhos do enleito mesmo e é isso, tá ligado, mano? Por enquanto, né, mas a hora que eu conseguir juntar aí, ó, agora só fica nessa tela cinza aí, cadê a live, tá ligado? É uma merda mesmo, jogo lixo. Eu não tenho o que faça, mano, tá ligado? Não é aqui, é nesse playzinho aqui, mano, tá ligado? Apareceu a caixa aqui, mas... E cadê o restante? O outro o time de assistir, mano, tá ligado? O negócio tá rodando ainda, mano, tá ligado? Aí você sai da live e aí já era, tá ligado? Mano, eu juro pra vocês, mano. Se eu não pegar esse Ghost, eu não vou jogar mais essa porra não, bicho. Tá ligado? Eu não tô nem aí, mano. Tá ligado? Tem uma rapaziada que pode até curtir aí, mas, mano, eu não curto o código mobile por causa dessa merda. E os caras ficam selecionando os players, tá ligado? E esse daí fica a dica pra rapaziada, mano, tá ligado? 2026 chegando aí, tem o GTA 6 pra lançar, mano. Tem o Battlefield 6 também, tá ligado? Vai chegar o COD 7. Mas dá prioridade pra concorrência, pro Battlefield, tá ligado? Então é um jogo maneiro do caramba. Sei lá, investe, compra um Xion pra você aí, mano. R$2.000 você compra um PCzinho maneiro, mano, tá ligado? E aí você começa a fazer seus squash aí, né, mano, tá ligado? Seus highlights, tá ligado, mano? Gravar suas playzinhas, tá ligado? Tô vendo certinho aí. Ontem eu mandei a documentação bem presa e tava com aquela questão lá que eu tava falando que eu não tava conseguindo restaurar a senha. Aí eu tô achando que até hackearam um e-mail meu, mano, tá ligado? Desse aplicativo aí. Sei lá, mano. Eu sei que, mano, tipo assim, eu não tava conseguindo acessar a restauração, o e-mail pra pegar o link de restauração. Mandei 10 horas da manhã, eu fui conseguir acessar pra restaurar só meia-noite, mano, tá ligado? Mas graças a Deus consegui enviar tudo lá certinho. Eu fiz o exame dimensional, telemedicina, né? Online. E aí agora começou a trampar, né, rapaziada? Juntar uma grana, comprar meu PC, mano, comprar meu console e meter marcha nos outros games aí, tá ligado? Já vou adiantando pra rapaziada. Que é por conta da questão da saturação aí, mano. 399 ali o level ali, mano, tá ligado? Essa lixeira aqui, mano. Não aguento mais essa porra, mano, tá ligado? Igual hoje, mano, eu acordei, era 6 horas da manhã, eu acho. Entrei no jogo pra ver se já tinha começado essa Conecte-se, tá ligado? Aí 7 horas, 8 horas, 9 horas, que cada um falava um horário, né? Uns falavam que era às 9, aí entrei às 9, aí entrei às 10, entrei às 11. Aí meio-dia, tá ligado? 1 hora, aí 1 hora começou, aí agora você entra na live e a live não tá rodando. Se eu for lá no YouTube lá, ó, quer ver, ó? Certeza, aqui tá rodando, mano, a live, mano, tá ligado? Aqui, ó. Callofdutymobile. Esportes. É oficial. Eu não sei se esse daqui tá ao vivo. Então não é esse daqui, ó. Aqui, ó,
8 total points overall. That gets you a net win. But I think for those that are thinking more on the competitive structure, really the mode is set up into be 2 different halves.
Entendeu? Aí não funciona, rapaziada. Eu apertei aqui, ó, nessa setinha aqui no meio aqui, ó, pra recarregar a aba, sei lá por que tem essa setinha aqui, mano, tá ligado? E não abriu, mano. Ele tá em russo aqui, ó, OT6, tá ligado? Esse jogo, ele desde sempre ele foi muito lixeira, rapaziada, tá ligado? Eu jogo pra trazer o conteúdo aí que a rapaziada curte, mas, mano, é um jogo que eu falo assim, pô, mano, eu gosto pra caraca de jogar, tá ligado? É muito bug, mano, sempre teve bug, tá ligado, mano? Os caras não fazem nada, tá ligado, mano? Muitos criadores aí, os caras não contam, mano. Os caras ficam jogando de boa, pá, não fala nada, tá ligado? No mobile é uma lixeira, mano, tá ligado? Até, tipo, mano, eu comecei a jogar meus primeiros COD foi no console, lá no Black Ops 1, né, mano, 2010, tá ligado? Só que hoje em dia eu não tenho vontade nem de jogar no console, mano. Vocês têm uma ideia da raiva que eu peguei dos COD, tá ligado? Eu jogo aí pra fazer o conteúdo aí mesmo, rapaziada, porque, mano, é uma lixeira, mano, tá ligado? É, sei lá, né, mano, é a saturação, né, mano, você ficar 15 anos jogando a mesma merda, né, mano, tá ligado? Uma hora você cansa, né, mano, tá ligado? E aí é por isso que eu vou montar meu kitzinho aí, minha maquinite RS9X99, tá ligado? Colocar um processadorzinho 2666 nela, acho que talvez uns 2 slots de memória de início de 8 GB, 2166 MHz, tá ligado? De frequência de clock, de memória, e um low profile de cooler, tá ligado? Já era, mano, tá montado 1000 conto aí, eu monto o PCzinho, mano, já dá pra começar a trazer uns conteúdo maneirinho aí pra rapaziada do canal aí, tá ligado? Jogando um RP também, não sei, tá ligado? Aí 2026 tá aí, mano, 3 meses tá aí, não sei quanto, mas eu acho que vai ser lançado em outubro de 2026, mano, o GTA 6, tá ligado? Eu tenho quase certeza, tá ligado? Porque o GTA ele sempre trabalha nessas datas assim, ó, de outubro, tá ligado? Porque os Estados Unidos, a diferença dos Estados Unidos pro Brasil é de 1 hora, né, mano? Os caras da Rockstar, os caras são inteligentes, tá ligado? É um jogo que eu nunca, tipo assim, é uma empresa que eu nunca falei mal, mano, tá ligado? Sei lá, mano, nunca achei mal nada deles não, tá ligado? Tipo assim, não sei como que vai ser, né, hoje em dia a questão da lacração, né, mano, tá ligado? Mas é uma empresa que, tipo, mano, os caras é inteligente, os caras fazem os negócios, tem sucesso, dá certo, vira sucesso aí por mais de 10 anos aí, mesmo depois do lançamento, por conta que os caras fazem um negócio bem feito, mano, tá ligado? Igual, tipo assim, eles lançam em outubro, que é o dia das crianças, tá ligado? Tipo, a maioria dos jogos deles não é indicado pra criança, mas maior de 16 lá nos Estados Unidos é maior de idade já, né, mano? Não é mais criança, considerado criança, né, mano? Tá ligado? Aí os caras lançam em outubro. Eu lembro quando eu comprei meu GTA 4, mano. A primeira vez foi em outubro de 2010, tá ligado? E aí é mais ou menos essa época. Lançou em 2008, na verdade, mano, tá ligado? Mas era um jogo que tava em alta, tá ligado? Os caras mantêm, os caras tem network, tem pub, né? Tem publicidade, tem tudo, né, mano? Agora o COD, esses jogos assim, mano, os caras ficam fazendo publicidade, só que não vem nada de novo, mano, tá ligado? É sempre a mesma lixeira, bicho, tá ligado? Mano, eu tenho quase certeza, mano, sei lá, não sei se foi o telefone que bloqueou, mano, tá ligado? Mano, eu fui tomar banho, mano, a ducha, eu tô tão na correria que eu nem tomei um banho cedo, mano, tá ligado? Aí fiquei esperando aqui. E aí fui tomar um banho ali, na hora que eu voltei a tela tava apagada, essa merda. Sinceramente, não sei, rapaziada. Eu vou encerrar a live e vou tentar iniciar de novo.